Welcome everybody, this is Scully here for the Premium World Championship Qualifier number 24. And we are starting off strong with Team Rampage's Moxies versus Team... oh, I forget, I want to say it's Team Ultra Instinct. Shaggy Powers, sorry, it's been a while since I've been with you guys, but I am happy to be back. And we are doing a Swiss tournament today, so this is round 1 of 6, I believe. And Moxies will be starting off with a pot of greed and a back row set. And new from Moxies here, we are seeing the burn strategy. Perhaps Moxie trying to get some experience with burn under his belt to prepare for the World Championship coming up just 21 days from now. Playing a deck is a great way to learn how to play against a deck, to learn its strengths and weaknesses. Kaiku will cost 500 to get on the board, but could perhaps get through with 1800 direct. And Shaggy gonna opt to pay 1,000 to set 2 more cards here. And then passes back. Kind of surprised not going for the attack there, to be honest. Perhaps has a decrease set up. Now Moxies does have the level limit to stop the onslaught from Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer here. Now, discarding the tribe will let the Kaiku get to attack mode, and Moxie's gonna opt to Nightmare Wheel the Kaiku. So Moxie's could have Nightmare Wheeled this Kaiku earlier to get an extra 500, so it'll be interesting to see if this game does come down to that difference if Moxie's had done the extra 500 with a Nightmare Wheel sooner. And it definitely could, because the chain energy is in play, so that's the difference of how many cards Shaggy's will be able to play until the chain energy is gone. The Go Format World Championship will be 21 days from today. It will be it'll be this Saturday on the 22nd. So there's still time to qualify for Worlds, but it is getting very close. We have today's event, we have the ongoing Format Library Championship. We will then have the GOAT Grand Prix New England. There is a few spots left to enter. If anybody is near the Connecticut area, you can still sign up for the live event in person, GOAT Grand Prix. And that will be giving out 4 invites, and a $1,000 prize. Pretty big tournament coming up there. Shaggy Powers will be there as well as myself. And then we have the following day after that, on October 9th, the last Premium GOAT Format World Championship Qualifier number 25, where first place will win an invite to the World Championships. And then the week before Worlds, we have the last chance qualifiers, one on Saturday and one on Sunday. So it is down to about the last 10 invites are on the line leading up to the World Championship here. So Moxies here with a card advantage and a life point advantage and board control. Shaggy could have a decree in the deck somewhere. It looks like they're on some sort of control variant based on the Kaiku and Abyss Soldier. They're tributing for a face-up defense Thestalos. Very interesting. So Shaggy's on a pretty original deck here then. But gonna pay 500 to bring out the Thestalos and clip a Heavy Storm. Interesting to see Heavy Storm in Moxie's main deck here. And then a Time Seal from Shaggy. Both players on some pretty unique list. The Time Seal will be fine. This will prevent Moxies from drawing at least one burn card, but it did cost Shaggy 500 life points to get the card on the board in the first place. And the Nightmare Wheel gonna clear up that Spell and Trap spot for Moxies because it leaves the field when the Thestalos hits the board and the Kaiku leaves. Welcome Sencia from Brazil. For those of you watching on Twitch, I do encourage you to start switching over to our YouTube channel. We are going to be exclusively next year streaming on YouTube, but we will still have the World Championship on both Twitch and YouTube. Shaggy's life points getting lower and lower, but if they can hit like a big heavy storm with a big heavy storm play, they can just attack for game pretty seamlessly with one more monster. Looks like Shaggy is on a like version of a control deck with the Thessalos and the Time Seal combined with the Abyss Soldier. Shaggy gonna Solemn the Giant Trunade, so might be worried that Moxies is actually on like a Rescue Cat build here, which I would consider myself as well. So once you see the Heavy Storm and the Giant Trunade, it could just be one single copy of a Panda. So until this Chain Energy is gone, Shaggy can actually only activate 2 more Spell and Trap cards. Or play a monster either. You can only play 2 more cards. Shaggy going to dump the Brain Control from hand. Definitely not the most useful card right here. To spin back Moxie's Set Monster. That is interesting because in my mind, that Set Monster is probably just a Panda. So I would think you could save the Wing Blast until Moxies tries to attack with the Panda. And Moxie's gonna go for the Ring for game. Shaggy might have a Solemn or a book to get out of this spot, but not guaranteed, and they do not. So game 1 worked out well for Moxies. Didn't really even have to reveal everything that they were playing there, but the same could be said for Shaggy. I don't think that is a good matchup for Shaggy here of a control strategy against Moxies, but Shaggy may have like plenty of Mobius and Spell and Trap removal in the sideboard to kind of handle this matchup better, since you are playing Monarchs. Would lead you to believe that they do have at least the Mobius in the sideboard if they weren't already in the main and they just didn't get to them. Shaggy going first here, dumping a tomato and a serpent. Okay, so it is a panda. Moxie's opting to attack into the set, and it's another tomato. Get a little piercing damage here. Shaggy likely gonna go into a Sangin. Anyone watching would ever like to enter any of these Premium World Championship qualifiers, the way to do so is to join the GoatFormat.com Discord and then join the premium version of our Discord membership or our Patreon membership. But if you would like to enter one of these without paying any money, you can also volunteer to help us run one of these events. We do need people to check time on rounds and to check for slow play or for rulings, but you don't even have to be a ruling expert. So if you ever want to join up, volunteer for 1 week, then you can then enter the next week, or whenever week is good for you, you'll get a credit for that. So it's a new system we are implementing, and welcome everybody to sign up for. So Shaggy gonna offer off the Sangin. There's the Mobius that we thought we would see this round. Moxies does have a chainable for it. The chain of time seal here is, I guess, just randomly being activated right now, which is fine as well. So Moxies will lose the Just Desserts, and the Panda's gonna die here. So a little burn damage to Shaggy, but a bigger swing play from Shaggy. A little burn damage to Shaggy from Moxies, but a bigger swing and advantage from Shaggy Powers. Yeah, and Sangin is mandatory, so we actually all should have caught that. Moxies, Shaggy, and myself, but no targets left from Shaggy. That is interesting. So we know they have the Sinister, the 2 tomatoes are gone. Some players may ask, why isn't Shaggy showing Moxies their deck to reveal that there is no target for Sangin? For online matches, we opt to not reveal decks for these type of situations, as well as with like Nobleman of Crossout. It is possible for your opponent to screenshot your deck, and they're not really supposed to be able to see every card you're playing based on these reveal that there's no target effects. It's more so that to confirm that the target isn't there, not for your opponent to see if you're playing things like Mirror Force. So what we do is, if we have any discrepancies, we can always check the replays afterwards or the deck list to see if that move was made legal or not. So Moxie's gonna summon the tomato here, doesn't want to get it Nobleman, but doesn't want to ram it into the Mobius either. And Duo is gonna just keep on pounding in this card advantage that Shaggy has right now. Even with missing their Sangin Surge, they're still far up in cards now. Oh wow. That's even more surprising to me that Moxies didn't set the tomato, is that they had the morphine jar here to kind of reset the hand count and the card advantage situation. So they could have set the tomato to try to bait a nobleman and then be able to set the morphine jar the next turn. So I'm actually very surprised to see the normal summon of tomato on Moxie's end. Yeah, Moxie's just gonna scoop it up here. Like, I think he realized he was in just a really bad spot and didn't want to show more cards in their deck, maybe. Yeah, the tomato is interesting. But went into nothing either, so. Because, I mean, Moxies certainly wasn't out of this duel either. Unless Moxies had, like, Cyberjar and Tomato in hand, they could have always had the Tomato die, search the Sangin, and then get the Cyberjar to come back for here. Also not like Moxie's like signature deck by any means, right? Like he's not known for playing burn. However, has been trying to become a fully all-around player. They've had their tops with Chaos Turbo, Chaos Control, Warrior, most famously, but most recently, Chaos Turbo. So Moxie's gonna go first here. Both players sided fairly quickly this time. So great summon here from Shaggy. Tiger against Tomato. Great in terms of field presence. Moxies will be able to search Sangin as long as it isn't in their hand, and then Sangin will die and Moxies will be able to get the Sangin effect. So Shaggy seeing the Tomato last game. Extra reason to bring King Tiger, but it is a fairly good card in this matchup as it just kills the Ojamas when they come out. See, no Moxie Sangin will be destroyed by King Tiger's effect. And now Moxies can grab something like Cyber Jar, Morphine Jar. Again, thank you for everybody joining us today. This is the Premium World Championship Qualifier number 24. Our next event will be the GOAT Grand Prix New England being held in Waterbury, Connecticut. Still some spots left to sign up for that. $1,000 prize and 4 World Championship Qualifier spots. And then next weekend we have the Premium World Championship Qualifier number 25, the last of the season, as well as the last chance qualifiers happening Saturday and Sunday, the weekend after that. Do wonder how many of the chainable burn or the continuous burn cards that Moxie's left in, knowing that Shaggy's on probably multiple Mobius, at least 2. A good call of 100 from Shaggy here, gonna block the 1600. Cost Moxies another card to burn out of the hand. Could have opted to take the 1600 and potentially attack over the tribe, and Wild Nature's release now going to reveal that Moxie's probably sided into Cyberstein here. What Cyberstein will do is bring out the Master of Oz and then increase Master of Oz's defense, or attack by its defense, be able to get a big game shot attack in, and those can stack on each other unlike Megamorph. Shaggy kind of regretting using the call a little bit there, but with the level limit, Moxies would have been able to clear out the monster anyway, but I guess he could have had the call just sitting there. But Moxies might probably not, can't guarantee they would have activated the level limit if they just cleared the tribe either. Shaggy now back on the defensive, gonna set a monster for themselves. So a pass back and forth has gone here. Nobleman on just an injection. Shaggy, knowing that Moxies has the Cyber Jar. Which does make it for an interesting back and forth here. I'm now trying to play around the cards from each other. Moxie's holding it for quite a while. The more cards both players get, the faster that Moxies can end the game in one quick shot. Shaggy probably wanting to be extra careful as well, now knowing that they could get styned for game. So Shaggy going to go for a big swing here now. Got the Mobius on board. But now this is 3 monsters that will die to the Cyber Jar. But Moxies could be afraid of a Monarch that could clear the Cyber Jar as well. Like a Zaborg or Grandmark. Shaggy here going to gain the 1,000 off of Snatch. Shaggy could have another Mobius to let them pop the Snatch deal and do a double swing, but that's still Cyber Jar that you're worried about. And unfortunately, doing Zaborg here would only lead to having to crash the Monarchs, but Shaggy does have a decent amount of life points, so getting rid of the Cyberjar is the biggest deal. Could potentially go into Sangin, into Serpent, to a premature burial play on the Abyss Soldier. But they're going to just crash into this most likely Cyberjar here. So they will get their Sangin Surge after we see the top 5. The turn player will do this first. So yeah, Cyberjar and Moxies. Yep, this is the Stein side. Dust Tornado, Sakuretsus, and Breaker. All that Shaggy's going to see. So can clear either the Cyberjar or the Exiled with the Breaker here, but it's going to be 50-50 of which one they hit. Moxies doesn't have enough life points for the Cyberjar either, which is, or the Cyber Stein rather, which is pretty important. This game actually is looking okay for Shaggy if Moxie stays under 4,500, stays under the 5,000 life points, the 4,500 that they're at right now. ATA 2012 asked, how do you participate in these events? Join the goatformat.com Discord. If you go on goatformat.com, you will see the link to our Discord. Join there, and then join either our premium Discord tournament membership or our Patreon tournament membership, or you can also volunteer to help run one of these events, and then you can enter them for free. And that is how you enter a Premium World Qualifier. Number 25 is next Sunday. But if you go to goformat.com, you will see all the events left for this season listed. And Shaggy did hit the Cyberstein here. Moxie's going to drop down the heavy. So these Dust and Sakuretsu not going to clear anything. Not impossible for Moxies to win here, but going to need a very certain specific cards, I would think. Because the Megamorphs could get them over the Breaker with the Exile that's set. But dealing 7,400 is a lot. Yeah, Moxie's saying no OTK, and I'm not surprised. It's gonna flip summon the Exiled Force. Gonna Megamorph the Exiled Force. So it's gonna plan to attack over the Breaker instead of offering off the Exile to kill it. Exiled will be at 2,000. It is decent enough stats that Shaggy can't immediately walk over it. We know Shaggy does have another Dust Tornado and another Sakuretsu armor in hand. And they have used a lot of good cards already. Snatch Steel, Tribe, Abyss Soldier. And I would be surprised if Shaggy left in the brain controls either. ATA said they retired in 2006 and new to the game. Does GOAT format card pool change? Slightly. If you go on goatformat.com, you could see the card pool. And it stops at 2005, so you're not too far off. And the judges are now going to inform the opponents that time in the round has ended. We're doing 45-minute rounds of time today, as this is a Swiss event to prepare the players for the World Championship coming up on October 22nd. And we'll be doing 3 turns in time, so we'll start with turn 0, that is Shaggy's turn now. And then it'll be 1 on Moxies, 2 on Shaggy, and then 3 back on Moxies. So 0 on Shaggy, 1 on Moxies, 2 on Shaggy, 3 on Moxies for the last turn. And then we will then check life points to see who has the highest life points. And they will be the winner of the duel. Tomato attacking to the exiled. We know Shaggy still has another Dust Tornado and Sakuretsu armor, but probably multiple True Nates left for Moxies. And we know Moxies has another Megamorph. So this is turn 0. We're now going to turn 1 for Moxies. Shaggy's last turn will be next turn, turn 2, and then Moxies will get the last turn of the duel of turn 3 unless life points are tied. At which point we would go to sudden death. So here's Breaker. Breaker can destroy the Gravity Bind if Moxies needs to, but Moxie's gonna opt to try to hit the Sakuretsu armor, would be my guess, but maybe he did want to hit the Dust Tornado. I'm not quite sure. And Moxies might just pass the board here back to Shaggy and hope that next turn they have an answer to clear everything, but they will exile the Tomato to clear it first. Moxies needs to at least deal 22,501 damage to win this game. Shaggy gonna clip the Nightmare Wheel in the end phase, so does make sense. Shaggy really doesn't need to clear the Gravity Bind. This is their last turn, turn 2. Yeah, and I think Moxie's early scoop in game 2 is going to come back to haunt him here. Moxie setting up back row, which is interesting that they're not just scooping here. Do they have enough burn cards to at least get to the tie? Oh, they're going to gain life points. That is huge. I did not see this one coming. So this is the last turn of the game. And this will make it a tie. Or no, that would put Moxies at 6,500. So that still won't be enough. Yeah, and the Wing Blast will change that so Moxie gains 500 less. But perhaps they brought in things like Poison of the Old Man or something? Oh right, he'll be at 8,500. I was thinking that he gained 500 for each. It's been a while since I've seen emergency provisions resolve. Perhaps they brought in things like Poison. Wow, what a win. 1k per card. No, I was wrong, yeah, so Moxies will win due to the life point gain here. Gonna gain 3,000 to put them at 7,500, and that will take it. So that is the difference of playing in Double Elimination or Swiss. We do have the time rules here today. And that's why we're trying to play as many Swiss tournaments as we can leading up to the World Championship coming out October 22nd. So we'll now be going into round 2 of Swiss. Alright, so welcome to round 2. We have JDZ versus Krebs. Krebs, one of the last few members of Team Rampage, still looking for the World Championship invite. Former GFC champion. And JDZ you all know from the YouTube channel, I'm sure. GoFormat.com admin. Krebs with a great start of Thunder Dragon Pot of Greed. Both players did win round 1. 1-0 each. Krebs gonna resolve the Pot of Greed again. The power of chaos. This is what really kind of takes this deck to the next level that a lot of other decks can't keep up with, is the ceiling. By drawing more cards faster than your opponent and thinning cards out, you're able to get to those power cards like Pot of Greed, Delinquent Duo, and Graceful Charity just faster than your opponent, and just start to rack up the card advantage. JDZ with some Thunder Dragons of their own. Krebs able to Nobleman the Golem Sentry away. This is a difference where if like JDZ had gone first, he might have been able to bounce that Magician back to Krebs' hand. And another Magician from Krebs. Now gonna summon the Sangan and opting to not get the Magician of Faith Mirror Forced here. So gonna swing for 1300. JDZ might take some and then play a goat. Looks like they're on a control version here. And Krebs forgot their Sinister and going to get punished for it with the Delinquent duo. JDZ will take 1,000. And we'll put a dark into the grave for Krebs. JDZ gonna snatch the attack mode magician now. Interesting. The book. And Krebs gonna chain their Geki break, ditching a sorcerer onto the snatch steal, so they will now get the Magician of Faith back, but it will still be set by Book of Moon. Interesting, Krebs. And oh yeah, so they didn't have. They had to dump the sorcerer here because they did not remember their Sinister. But they may be so far ahead at this point that it doesn't matter. I agreed yet again from Krebs. And now Krebs does make it into the Graceful as well. Gonna dump the Serpent, dump a Train, JDZ down to 5 cards. Might be fuming over there. 2 of those cards in hand are Thunder Dragons. I mean, honestly, playing with time limits. Okay, Torrental's huge. That's like the one card that could potentially get JDZ out of this. I see why they weren't. I was about to say that they might want to scoop, but this is the best card you could have for the situation here, so they could still draw like a Graceful Charity into a Pot of Greed and a Heavy Storm and make a big comeback at this point then. Krebs gonna grab the 3rd Magician of Faith, knowing that JDZ just doesn't have a ton of answers for it. Slapping down the BLS now. JDZ already burned the Snatch Steal. And Krebs gonna say no to this Solemn and most likely get the 3,000 damage in here. But JDZ able to still Regeki break. Alright, gonna need a great top deck here from JDZ. Here's Drive. Try to clear out 1,600. This would be a nice chunk of life points for JDZ to get off of Krebs here. With Krebs being down to 4,000, the life point game is JDZ's best hope. Krebs did already burn a Sorcerer and a BLS. Not forgetting Sinister again. They do have a Magician of Faith in hand. JDZ having to set a monster back to this potential Faith, which can just lead to a Nobleman, or a Pot, or a Graceful. Krebs gonna rip that last card out of JDZ's hand. JDZ does have the potential to do some sort of like Pot of Greed into Graceful Charity, heavy BLS play. It's not impossible. But we are certainly down to top deck mode. $1,900 on board. We'll need a bit more to end the game. And this actually will not be enough either. Therefore, Krebs will switch the Magician to defense, hit the 3,000 in, and give JDZ another chance to top deck, or not with the ring. Okay, game 2. So game 1 goes to Krebs. Looks like Krebs is on Chaos Turbo, JDZ on a Chaos Control build. Tough matchup for Chaos Control, to be honest. Decks are doing a lot of the same things, but Chaos Turbo just does it faster. Players do have 3 minutes max to side deck, and JDZ will opt to go first, as you will see 99.99% of the time in Go format, I think. Maybe not that high. If you're playing with time rules, it is actually different because you get more turns by having your opponent go first when you start in time, so I shouldn't say 99.99. And not as strong of a start for Krebs this time. You do not like to set back to T-set against a T-set, really ever, but especially against a control deck, because JDZ could just have a Golem Sentry set right here. So big card destruction from JDZ. Not going to get the effect off of the Night Assailant, but will dump 2 Thunder Dragons and load up plenty of Lights and Darks and hit 2 Chaos Monsters out of Krebs' hand. So this is going to be a bit of an uphill battle for Krebs this time. want to thank MetaMats for sponsoring us this year. It will be a big sponsor for us for the World Championship in 21 days, October 22nd, as well as for the 2022 World Championship qualifier mat that first place will win today. Was a spy set from Krebs, and we don't know what the set monster from JDZ is. My guess is Sangan. JDZ playing around Trap Dust Shoot here. Can use Mystical Space Typhoon as the turn player with priority before your opponent can Trap Dust Shoot you, which would then lead you down to less than 4 cards in hand, so Trap Dust Shoot cannot be activated. Krebs, will they attack the new or the old? They're going to attack the new, and it is a spy. The Chaos Control deck has certainly become closer and closer to Chaos Turbo. It is kind of now just Chaos Turbo with goats and meta in the deck. Between the Thunder Dragons, the Night Assailants, the Spies. The discard traps. Also possible JDZ just sided out the metas and the goats too. So we may see a goat discard here because it's not a very good card to have in hand. Dump their Torrential, interesting. They do have the card advantage, or the board advantage rather. Krebs gonna gain 1,000 from the upstart. Yeah, 2 more cards set from JDZ. Krebs in the draw phase gonna book his Dekochi. So, needing to see more cards. The Dekochi in attack mode was a pretty safe wall last turn, so not a bad play at all. And gonna chain the Torrential to it to get rid of that field advantage that JDZ has. Although I think we might see Dekochi and Sang. No, wow, it wasn't Sang, and it was Suki for the other card. So that is a big board wipe from Krebs. No Torrential there.
Hey Scully, can you hear me?
We can, thank you, or welcome.
Awesome.
Bobby Buckets to the stream.
Awesome, what's up everyone?
If you can,
I see we're in
increase
the
your mic volume a little bit. I've got you maxed out on my end here. Use
how about now?
A little more volume on your end and we'll be good.
Now?
I think you're good now, yes.
Awesome, awesome. Alright. So we're in, this is round, just trying to catch up here, round 2.
We are in round 2, JDZ versus Krebs.
Game 2?
Game 2, yes. Krebs won game 1.
Krebs up 1, okay. Awesome. Kind of weird not seeing Krebs on Warriors.
They were one of the first big warrior players, actually.
Mm-hmm. I'm used to always seeing him just play warriors, but it's cool to see him on a turbo variant.
It was actually Krebs was the warrior player, and SDL was the chaos player in 2020.
Oh wow.
And the brothers have then now swapped decks apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Torrential tribute play from Krebs was huge. We saw JDZ
Yeah.
discard Torrential on their turn the turn before off of Charity because they had such big board presence, and then Krebs followed it up with a Book of Moon on their Dekochi, flipping the Dekochi to flip over their own Torrential
Oh
tribute.
wow, Torrential.
Yeah, JDZ actually had really good board presence before that happened. And was able to early on card destruction get rid of Krebs, Sorcerer, and BLS. So
Oh wow.
this was a game that was looking in JDZ's favor until that big Torrential tribute play.
Yeah, turn the tides. Let's see what JD has here. 3 cards total. Staring down 4 are... Oh no, none of them are Thunder Dragons. Yeah, those are real cards.
I think JDZ, yeah, no, he doesn't have a Thunder Dragon either. So Mind Control, gonna grab the face down, probably hoping this is a Faith here.
Yeah, rolling the dice here. See if it pays off.
Dekochi, I mean, banishing your own Sorcerer wasn't really gonna help you too much here either, so this could get you a Spell and Trap removal, maybe on the Snatch.
Yeah.
So I think still okay that you grab Dekochi on that, but...
Half of his life is on Krebs' board right now. He has 37 on board. Found the Dust Shoot. Should be good.
Definitely good to get knowledge.
Yeah.
But you're very far behind on cards, so... Unless you can pick off which cards will be dead by removing one. Tough spot for JDZ.
I wonder what he could have. I wonder if BLS is in the grave. The other Sork is in the grave.
The monster, like the best monster you can put back is a Faith, I guess.
Faith, Sork, Tribe, and Return. So
Return, wow. So
yeah, that's
Krebs
tough.
on Chaos Return here, yeah, he's gonna have to put back the Sorcerer.
Yeah, I think yeah, have to. Well, this is looking really
maybe on a
good.
clock here.
Yeah.
Because the Faith is gonna go set next to these as well.
Yeah, and there's plenty to choose from in Krebs' graveyard. Alright. Faith on JDZ's side as well. I assume he's going to pick up the Charity here.
He could get Mystical.
He could get Space Typhoon as well, get his
I
Sork
don't
back.
think that's, yeah, I think you gotta go for the Graceful and just hope you draw into like Pot Heavy or something.
Yeah. Alright, dig his way out
No,
of this
it actually
mess.
could have been a good take, was Mind Control.
Oh, yeah.
Gain your 1,000 and prevent them from setting the Faith for a turn.
Unless Krebs reads through it and
Well,
sets
no matter,
the Tribe instead.
no, that's true too.
Yeah.
But setting the Tribe would be fine because then he could still clear all the board.
Yeah. Yeah, Mind Control was definitely an interesting pick. It's a win-win. But if he doesn't set,
I mean, it's hard to argue taking Graceful, right?
yeah, it's hard. Yeah, you gotta dig for some answers here. Has he used Heavy yet? Oh, so Heavy will be a good one to pick up here.
But you gotta deal with the Faith, is the problem too.
That's the issue. Yeah. We've seen a Mind Control, no knocks in JDZ's graveyard.
Getting to another Mind Control would be really big here.
Yeah. I wonder if he sided in multiple copies or just had one. Okay, so we're gonna ditch Sinister. Thing is, with the Tribe in hand, it's 53 he'll have, so
Yeah, it's not a
He has
game that
to answer
JDZ's
before.
out of yet, but man, does he need to have some good cards now.
Here we go.
Sorcerer ain't gonna be it.
Oh,
I don't know why he's doing 4 at a time when Krebs has a set card.
so here's BLS.
Yeah, should not have done it that way. I know
Yeah.
Krebs already played Torrential, but like a Solemn is a difference. Like you're just giving Krebs more options by doing the 2 at a time, and now Krebs can say, "No way, I do it on this one or that one." Like,
Yeah.
you're also giving up your BLS priority technically by summoning the Sorcerer.
Yeah, that was a little hasty of a turn, but
Yeah, that
the
was
answers are on the board.
that was not good. Like by doing it that way, that means that you're passing your priority when you summon BLS, and now Krebs could be like, "Okay, book a moon on your BLS." Since
Yeah.
you clearly were passing it to summon your Sorcerer. So do not do that, folks. Do your cards 1 at a time.
So BLS gonna pick off the Faith. Going to battle.
Did he forget
Gonna
that's his own
crash.
Sorcerer?
Yeah, gonna crash sorcerers and then set.
Why not banish it?
That's what my line of thought was, because
It's your own Sorcerer. Like, what are you doing?
but yeah,
You
I
know
don't
all of Krebs' cards besides like this one set card. I guess like if you're afraid of Book of Moon, but I think it's clearly not Book of Moon at that point.
no, because like you said, he would have done it on the past prior. Well, here's the virus that we knew about. This will ditch BLS. I wonder what that face down is. Oh, it doesn't matter. Golem Sentry. Which is a clean 3,000.
Yeah, he would have Sorcerer on board right now if he didn't crash it for no reason. Yeah, see, he forgot
Yeah,
it was his
he's real-
Sorcerer.
He's realizing it now. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So 3,000. Did Krebs? Oh no, he still has the return.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's done, right? The return from the dimension.
Returns the last card, yeah. So JDZ with the big misplay there. I forgot his Serpent here.
Yeah. Maybe
Mirror-
played a little too fast.
Mirror
Panicked.
Force and Torrential gone.
I mean, this can go through and then return. He has 19 in the banished. So he can definitely push for game here. Those power traps gone. Do we see the return?
I wouldn't even do it.
I wouldn't do it either. He's gonna do it.
I mean, look at the cards that are gone from JDZ. I could see why you would do it.
Yeah. Well, that's the game. Krebs moving on. What's another good match we can catch here?
Let's see here.
Moxies and I Love Ceci.
We just did Moxie's last round.
Okay, okay.
Let's do Purple Drunk and Betchy.
Purple Drunk. Alright.
We're in game 3 here.
Looks like they just started. A lot of back row already in Betchy's graveyard. Looks like Drunk opened pretty good too.
Are they just dumping all their Thunder Dragons? Okay, they're misclicking, I guess.
Alright, over to Betchy. He's gonna ditch some Thunder Dragons as well, so try to get some more advantage here. Perhaps has a discard trap face down. Or can follow up with Maybe a charity? No, just gonna pass turn. So discard trap on the face down during the standby is gonna pick up Golem Sentry, which wasn't really doing much this turn anyway.
Still seeing a surprising amount of Golem Sentry, to be honest.
Far?
This second round, this is the second person we've seen using it. I kind of feel like it's been proved it's not the optimal card that people thought it might have the potential to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're behind on the summon, it's really bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been good for Purple Trunk here if it didn't get cleared right now. It's just every time I see it, it's just not doing anything.
It's only good with Fresh IRL. He's the only one who could use it to its max potential, seems like.
Like,
Drunks.
we've not seen like a lot of just like total control of the game with Golem Sentry that you would think it would be able to do.
Yeah. Knock on Purple Drunk's side is gonna pick off the remaining Night Assailants from both decks. And another Golem. It's gonna poke in here for 800 and go back to defending. Shout out to Anthony in the comments. Yo, what up, Ant? How's he doing today? Is he playing? Yeah, he's playing today. All right, mind control on Betchy's side.
Purple Trunk up in cards.
Oof.
Gonna try to keep this
Lot of
board
value.
advantage and take the big life point hit here.
Yeah.
We have 11 minutes remaining in the round.
Is this the first timed Swiss that we're doing online?
No, it's probably the third, I believe.
Third? Okay. Ooh, good MST there for Purple Drunk, picking off the Mirror Force. This is getting ugly. Flip Faith, gonna get Charity back. Yeah, Betchy's already conceding here. This is rough because he still has 2 Thunder Dragons as fodder. Is he scooping or? It's over, everyone. Play your cards out. You never know. Sorry for all that background noise. Jersey City's loud.
Here comes the Sorcerer and Thunder Dragon. We know it is a Golem Sentry set.
Mm-hmm. This is a 3947, if my math is correct.
Still not going to switch the Faith to attack mode as Betchy
We have
does
Ring
have
face down?
Light and Dark and Grave.
I mean, I don't think there's a scenario where Purple Drunk loses this game.
It would have to be a Heavy Storm, Snatch Steel, BLS
All the
position.
power cards. No, Heavy's already in the grave for Betchy.
Yeah.
Here's one power card.
And
Here's
Ring's-
Snatch.
And Ring's going too.
Oh, his Ring is gone on whose side?
On Betchy's
Oh, on
side.
Betchy's. We see Ring here for Drunk for game. Now I'm just going to pick off the Sentry.
contribute some
And
more
we're gonna
set. Which they go for the set?
and we're gonna set the Thunder Dragon. Let's see. See if Purple Drunk can finish this off here. Only 22. We know what the face down monster is. Oh. Oh, it was over. He had BLS in hand. GG's. Purple Drunk picks up the dub. And we're closing in on round 2. I don't think there's many more matches left.
I think the only one still going is Shaggy and
Snatch Steal. You can check that one out.
Shaggy did lose to time in the last round.
Oh, I didn't even see them.
7 minutes left.
Here we go. So we are picking this up in game 3, very late game state. Shaggy's on the play. Going to main phase 2 duo. And we're picking up a pair of Thunder Dragons. So potentially this card trap will have to be with real cards unless he would have chained it, but kind of a flat duo there for Shaggy. So gonna back up to the standby, pick up Sinister, and let's see, because Shaggy has lethal on board. Mirror Force is gone on Snatch Steal side as well. We're trying to see if this is the Sinister set or something different. Probably what's going through his mind. Chaos not live for Shaggy on the play.
Attacking here could put you in a very vulnerable spot. But Mirror Force is gone.
Shaggy's going for it. Gonna swing with Sangan first. Picks up the Sinister.
No goats can come out. Okay, so Snatch Steal gonna live another turn here. Solemn. Wow, this is interesting. You are late in the duel here. Five minutes
Do we have a
remaining in
Solemn?
the round.
Yeah. Snatch Steal has to have an answer.
So these goats will be destroyed by King Tiger. You can't chain it to the Solemn.
And
And
on your trigger.
these will still be destroyed. This does not work this way.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, I don't even think. Snatch Steal doesn't even know if it works, but. Anything to survive another turn, but I don't think this goes through, right?
No, it's when they're summoned they're destroyed, so...
Yeah. So Shaggy looks like...
And
I think
you can't
maybe
play two scapegoats in the same turn.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is over. So Shaggy's gonna pick up the win here. Yeah,
So
TK sorted that out.
we will be
Yeah.
back shortly with round 3.
Awesome.
Okay, so we are back. We are about to start round 3 here. Actually, we do have a few more matches of round 2 still going on. I was incorrect earlier. So it looks like we are in time on the Trishula Rabid match.
Yeah. Also, Moxies and Ceci are going to game 3 as well. So we're going 0-3.
Did Rabid's match just finish?
I'm in the Moxies match right now.
Yeah,
Let me double check.
I don't see the other one.
Let me see if they updated the bracket. Yeah, Rabid won his match versus Trishula. So we're just waiting on Moxies and Ceci.
Alright, so they should actually not be siding here if
They should, yeah.
finished game 2 already in time.
Gotta start seeing Poison of the Old Man in these if they're gonna be timed.
Moxie's won in time with emergency provisions.
Hey, there you go.
On their last turn. Yeah,
Alright, so
Trishula defeated Rabid, so this is the last game going.
Reverse. Rabid beat Trishula. Now, Scully, what are the prizes for these here? We're giving out 1 invite and a playmat.
Yeah, so for this you do start with the turn 1, you don't start with turn 0. So this will now be turn 2, and then Moxies will be turn 3, then we'll then go into sudden death.
Alright.
So Moxie's definitely not happy to see Wombat Nobleman here.
Mm-mm.
And they now have to deal 1600 to CC to not lose the game.
And with 3 back row. Flip the Wabaku.
So after Moxie's getting, he could emergency provisions to win again.
In the standby, we're gonna see Dust Tornado on CC side. We're gonna chain trio. This could get a little dicey here.
I don't think
You
the trio could make the difference of a panda, right?
Right, it could make a big panda, which will be 28. It would, if the attack connects, it would deal 1800, which will put him in a small lead.
Not counting the burn damage, right?
Not counting the burn, just the 28 into the 1000 defense token.
Yeah, this is the last turn, so...
Yeah, so... Doesn't have... We would have seen a slammed Tornado heavy if he had it. Oh, that Wombat's brutal.
Yeah, no trap cards are any good left in Moxie's hand because there's no more turns after this unless we go to sudden death.
Oh, there's the panda.
He's gonna have to just go for it.
Yeah, you have to hit the token here.
These back rows have to both be bluffs. Very unlikely.
Very unlikely, but
Not
I mean,
impossible. It could be like Snatch and Duo or something.
It could, because those are, duels, dead cards.
Another Nobleman.
Could be. I mean,
Torrential would be fine for CC to activate here.
I think we would have saw it.
I don't know, it's iffy because then you still lose to Premium, right?
Oh,
Yeah, this is just
okay.
overkill. This doesn't matter.
Nah. So this is 56. My math is correct, right? 28 times 2. Yeah, I agree. Unnecessary, but style points, right? Oh, it's a Kretsu armor. That's game. CC wins on sudden death.
And now we will move on to round 3.
Yeah, we are going to round 3 officially.
So yeah, live by the time rule, die by the time rule for Moxies here.
Yeah.
Our next event that we are hosting is going to be the Goat Grand Prix in Waterbury, Connecticut. On October 8th, we will both be there, myself and Bobby.
Yep.
Still have some spots left if anyone in the area is interested in coming. It'll be a great chance to earn an invite. The last live person chance to earn an invite, top 4, giving out really way too many invites for this tournament, and playmats as well. So great chance if you can make it and you really want to play in Worlds. This is your shot.
Yeah, and the IRL scene is so cool too. So if you have a free few hours for the weekend, definitely pass by, shake some hands, meet the community. It's an awesome environment. Philly was great too. And yeah, last invite, Worlds is right around the corner. A few weeks out. The pairings. I have so many challenge brackets on my my tablets. I don't know which one I'm looking at. Let's see. No bracket. No matches paired yet.
Okay, so round 3 bracket is now up.
Ooh, how about Alvarado and Delinquent?
Sure.
Yeah, that's the one that stood out to me.
Are they both the same? Are they both 2-0?
Let's see.
Most likely, but
I know Alvarado is.
yeah, then
Yeah, they're both
should be.
2-0. Yeah. Other. Dale and Purple Drunk.
We will be starting right now with Alvarado versus Delinquent Anthony Alvarado, Shonen Jump champion, FLC champion versus Delinquent, the reigning GOAT format world champion of 2021.
It's a heavyweight match, for sure.
I believe Delinquent is on burn again today. What kind? I'm not sure.
Alright.
Delinquent won the World Championship last year with Panda Burn, but they have also won FLCs and GFCs with skill drain burn decks before, zombie burns. So you never know. You never know what cards you're gonna see from Delinquent or their brother Alefia too.
Yeah, never know. You know, same could be said for Alvarado too. He plays a lot of decks, a lot of different decks.
It's true. Alvarado, I think, won recently with actually using the Golem Sentry and Demok in the same deck. Alvarado plays a lot of decks. No, I was about to say, but doesn't play like certain ones. But he's played Burn and everything before too. So.
Yeah, I mean.
Chaos Control, Chaos Turbo. I think they've played. Yeah. I would say Alvarado has become a all-around rounded player of the format. They have given everything a fair shake.
Yeah, and GFC 18, I played him. He was on Warriors, so.
Yep, and they just dumped Brain Control game 1, turn 1 off Graceful, so.
Could show the strength of the hand.
And makes Delinquent scratch their head of what exactly Alvarado's on. They may have watched their replays already, but you don't see everything on a replay, usually.
Yeah. Seems like it's always a game of chicken to see who reveals what they're on first. Yeah. So Pot of Greed's going to resolve on Delinquent side, following Alvarado's Charity. Two to the back row, one set. Passes back. All right, we're gonna attempt to revive Kaiku here.
$800 paid. Kaiku on the board.
Oh, we're
Is this a Monarch deck? We're hitting Mobius already? Oh, Zaborg, okay.
Oh, Zaborg.
Interesting. Delinquent was actually the one. Wow, hitting Cyberjar, big.
Ooh, big hit.
Delinquent's been the one playing a lot of Zaborg all season.
Yeah, got a little taste of his own medicine.
Both players will take the 24 here, though. But Alvarado with Light and Dark ready, and Delinquent losing Cyberjar is huge. Probably a powerful card in the burn deck, right?
Absolutely. If that resolves, it's almost always a wrap. But yeah, I'll take that trade all day. I'll trade the Zaborg for the Cyberjar.
Yeah, you know, honestly, I could see these decks like even trying to run some copies of like Book of Taiyu or what is the trap card that flips your set monsters? Desert Sunlight. Just because of how big of a difference it is when your Cyberjar does resolve to get these burn cards off.
Yeah, it's a
game changer.
It's a devastating hit for the burn player. Yeah. They love to resolve the jars. So I guess from the first few cards off the rip, we can assume we're seeing Panda Burn versus a Monarch variant.
Alvarado could very well be playing like one of Delinquent's decks.
Could be.
Which would mean Decrees. Gorilla can't attack. For once, doesn't have to.
Yeah.
And will wall out the Panda unless an Geometry is flipped, which does make me think that Alvarado probably has the Decree set.
Maybe, yeah. Too smart to fall for that. Here's a barrel.
Trying to bait
See
the
if we
decree.
can change the trio. Yeah. Are we gonna respond to this barrel? I don't think we do. No. We're gonna chain the trio. This will make the panda 28.
Oh wow, this is gonna go through. No decree.
No decree. So 3 tokens. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 18. And panda is going to be big enough to get over this gorilla.
Might as well attack the token though.
Mm-hmm. No, we're not gonna. No, I'm gonna salvage the rest of our life. That would have been a lot. Would have put him at 100.
2 just desserts or a just dessert and a barrel would be game, or 2 barrels.
You
really don't even want to see a nightmare wheel at this point.
Nope. We're gonna break. Roll the dice here. See
tell
what.
You, it would be very wild if Burn manages to win again Worlds this year, because people had a full year preparing for the deck. And they've come up with a lot of strategies to combat it. Like, it has not won really any tournaments since Worlds that I can think of.
But it's always a threat. You got to prepare for it.
Oh, it's upset plenty of people though.
Yeah. So, Raigeki break hit what we assume is the wrong target. He hit another trio. And Delinquent didn't flip any desserts on the standby. So let's see.
Well, here's 2,000.
Which will resolve.
Now, if an Ajama even dies, it's game.
Yeah, this is a very dangerous spot to be in.
And Alvarado had pretty good cards and did things right, but...
Let's see if he can answer.
Not gonna matter.
That's rough. That sword's put in a lot of work for Delinquent that game.
It did, but at the same time, Delinquent could have taken 2,000 from each of those gorillas and it still would have been game.
True.
I actually don't think the swords really did too much, to be honest. Unless like Alvarado had like more like big hitters in their hand that they weren't putting on the board because of the swords, which is possible.
It's true. Yeah, that makes sense as well.
They wouldn't want to lock themselves up, but...
Yeah. Swap out those Zaborgs for some Mobiuses.
Yeah, and that Zaborg like really did its job too. Like it hit the Cyberjar.
Huge. And even the Gorilla isn't terrible because you can always put him in the fence and clear a monster slot, but it's
interesting
not the
main deck card, Berserk Gorilla.
Yeah. Brain control Gorillas, Kaikus, Zaborgs.
Yeah, so very aggro whatever Alvarado is on.
Seems like a anti-meta kind of aggro. I don't know. Yeah, maybe we'll see more cards here. No round 3 matches have been decided just yet. So we're still in the trenches here. Gonna go to... Oh no, I'm lying. Fox looks like he won his match over Crimson Mist. Yep.
I think Crimson Mist
All
no
others
showed.
Yeah, it didn't look like he showed up. Alright, game 2. Alvarado is going to be on the plate to start. Just going to see the T set. All right. Charity on Delinquent side. We're going to ditch Trinade and 1 Floodgate and Gravity Bind. And Slam Breaker. See what we find.
Keki break. Alvarado not gonna burn it. Test Koala set? No, Spy. Delinquent's the one on burn. But gonna do some damage anyway.
And get the card right back too, so. See if we see a Monarch.
Yeah, clearing the breaker to just get on the aggressive side would seem to be Alvarado's strategy. You would hate to summon a Mobius here and it be like a Just Dessert set though. Now, oh wow, Torrential can clear it all. That's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Even
Get
trade
rid of those
though.
Spies.
4 cards each. No player with a clear advantage yet.
Alright, here's a flipped Koala on Delinquent side. Gets in for 23 total damage, which is... For a burn player, you like to see that. The chip damage goes a long way in these matchups, because then it just sets up your barrels and your desserts for lethal later on.
Sewer is nice because it doesn't clog up your board with the Ojamas. It's not like a card you're siding for this matchup specifically, but when it's in your sideboard, it's worth bringing in.
Right. Because it doesn't stay on the board, so you don't get punished by the desserts, but you do get hit with the barrel.
And you can clear out rats.
Right. You can clear all of them up until they grab a Lily or something, but... Yeah. Just have to get really aggressive with burn. Can't let them stack resources. That's a great MST as well. Blind.
Well, that's actually not a great blind MST. You would rather save the MST to hit a continuous if you're going to hit it.
Well, he hit the gravity bind.
Right, but it's a continuous card, so like you gain no advantage by hitting it.
Yeah, true.
You're better, like hitting a chainable card is what you want to hit.
Right, there's the rat.
Yeah, if you ever wondered what gravity looks like, it's a blue orb. Yeah, so there's the rat. So Alvarado could try to clear it out. Had the option there even to try to go into it with the Sewer Priest. But
yeah, opted not to.
Yeah, I mean at that point, with Delinquent having the one set, I don't think you want to do it because then he could always chain that Ojama Trio to you attacking the Panda.
Right.
And then the Panda would go higher than the attack of the Asura Priest. If you have a follow-up card with the Asura, probably worth it. And he set it to go for the Zaborg to clear out the rat instead. See, I think here I would have liked attacking the rat and the set monster with the Asura. And then main phase 2, you summon the Zaborg, right?
That's what, yeah.
But if he did that, he would have been looking at taking damage from the Death Koala, so...
Yeah.
That's why Alvarado's the champ and we're not.
Exactly. Had knock too, which is nice. Alright, let's see if these Monarchs can start putting some pressure.
Yeah, and he had the clear shot here too. Is something I didn't expect to see. Obviously didn't know he had Nobleman.
Yeah, that 24 is going to go through, so. Big body on the board. Delinquent's just going to pass over. Let's see. 24, 22. Can Alvarado put 22 on the board?
He could attack and ring for game. Second Asura.
This will be 41.
I feel like this is game.
If it all goes through, yeah, it's all going through. Do we see ring?
No ring. Okay.
Okay.
Another turn for Delinquent.
Yeah. Last turn of swords. Not that seems like it matters anyway, but for what it's worth. It's going to load up the back row with 4 and a set monster. I wonder if that's a jar or a bluff. Well, Cyber Jar specifically. Morphing Jar isn't doing it much here.
It's a lot of back row. Could be more stall card. Oh, both gravity binds are gone too, though.
Yeah, we didn't see a lab or a messenger. Oh, they don't main messenger a piece, do they? Or is that sided?
I don't think it's played too often.
Yeah.
I feel like I never see gravity bind doing anything nowadays. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if that's just anecdotally or like because I feel like level limit does play, but gravity bind, I feel like every time it's activated gets just blown out. So going into game 3 here, Alvarado able to take control.
Yeah, those Monarchs are strong.
Yeah, 4 back row there for Delinquent, probably a bunch of burn cards. I guess that wasn't enough to end the game.
Yeah, Alvarado had a, what was he at? He was over 5,000 health, I believe, right? Yeah. All right, game 3. Love to see it. All right. A lot of matches still in progress. Just 2 results thus far into round 3. Winner, as Scully mentioned before, gets a invite to this month's World Championships in a couple weeks, 3 weeks ish, right?
Yep.
Today's the 1st. Yeah, 3 weeks.
Second. Players also that already have invites are trying to get to their 3rd invite because with 3 invites you do get a bye for round 1 of the World Championship.
All right, so Delinquent will kick us off here in game 3. Gonna start off with Pot of Greed. Now this is the card that's seen a ton of play lately. Chain Energy. This gets a lot of residual damage. Makes the burn matchup a lot easier. Yeah, but Alvarado's only going to pay once, at least this time. I'm going to get rid of that Chain Energy right away. And now with the face down. Maybe a koala or a rat. Scully, they're saying your mic is a little low. I don't know if you could hear me. Duo on Alvarado's side. Gonna pick off Trinade and Panda. So now Alvarado up 1 card from the breaker, being the difference. Canceling out the Pot of Greed with the duo. Wonder if he's deciding on setting more back row to avoid koala damage, but no. Opts not to attack the face down. Gonna pass it back to Delinquent. It was indeed Cyberjar, so this is gonna resolve. Alright. So a lot of burn. For Delinquent side, we're going to see Trio, Ceasefire, Exiled Force, Graceful Charity, and Mirror Force. And on Alvarado's side, we got 2 Zaborgs, a Brain Control, Sangan, and Heavy Storm. So interesting how Delinquent will play around this, knowing that Alvarado has the Heavy Storm in hand. Alright, so Delinquent is going to summon Breaker. Big Torrential here for Alvarado. Going to clear those 2 and resolve Sangan. Favorable Torrential there for him. And we're going to search for Gravekeeper Spy on Alvarado's end. Delinquent still in the main phase. Gonna rifle off the Charity. Discarding the known Mirror Force, knowing Alvarado has the Heavy in hand. Thanks for everyone tuning in on this Saturday morning or afternoon now. For GOAT Format Patreon. Winner gets an invite and a playmat for 3 weeks in the World Championship. So lots at stake here, especially for players who don't have them or searching for their third to get that buy locked. Alright, so Delinquent 2 back row, gonna pass it back to Alvarado, who has a ton in hand. He has 9. Let's see how he manages through this. Alright, so we're going to match Delinquent's back row and just set a monster. Pass it back. Just had a lag there. So we're going to see Trio and Barrel respond for Delinquent side at the end phase, dealing 24. So being at 41, versus Burn having this much cards is always a scary position to be in.
And full life points.
And full life points, yeah. So we're gonna see the Panda come down to 2800 Panda, threatening to deal 2100 here.
You know, we haven't seen any walks or any hysteric fairies or any of the standard side for burn cards from Alvarado here. He may not have been prepared for burn today.
Maybe
Or
not,
just didn't
but
draw any of it too. It's totally possible, but
yeah, 2000's rough because now how many desserts? We haven't seen any desserts yet from Delinquent, and an additional monster on Alvarado's board would be lethal. It's just a really dicey spot to be in. You died to almost everything, right? Barrel.
man, how good would hysteric fairy be here?
Oh man. Our version of hysteric fairy being a warrior player is little swordsman, the little level, the level 3.
Yeah, not really comparable though.
Not at all.
Gaining and getting rid of both at once, two monsters at once with a cost.
Yeah, awesome. All right.
So Alvarado
Very tricky.
has to summon the Gravekeeper here if they have one. Not optional.
Not optional. This would put desserts at lethal range.
The closest thing to an optional flip effect in Go format is like Penguin Soldier because you could choose 0, but really any flip effect has to activate when they flip.
We know Alvarado has 2 Zaborgs in hand. So we can assume he's not on desserts. We would have saw it.
Perhaps. Could be trying to play around a side deck card.
We did see Ceasefire from the Cyberjar when it resolved. I could do 15 right here. No, we're going to see Torrential. And this will deal 600 as well.
Which will let... You still need how many cards then for Ceasefire? Oh, here's the walk. We talked about those side deck for burn cards.
Yeah, this is going to be huge. So an 1800 net gain here for Alvarado after the walk. Yeah, he has to sub the 6 here.
They do have light and dark now.
Make a big push here.
Yeah, BLS can't be hard for burn deck to deal with.
Yeah, still has to sub 600, yeah. You still have to get the life points right here. Alright, so at least this would life point gap substantially here, but still a lot of outs for Delinquent here to clean up this 38.
Still the Ceasefire, we know for sure, right?
We know the Ceasefire, yeah.
Alvarado's got still heavy though too, right?
He does, yeah. We know he has a brain control, another Zaborg, and the other. I'm sorry, yeah, the Storm.
So Delinquent gonna just
No 3.
banish the BLS here is my guess then? Yep. Making this more of a fair game now. The Mystic Walk, what a difference.
Yeah, huge. Alright. So one turn has passed on the swords. Let's see if Alvarado can keep the momentum here, though. Playing the swords probably takes him off the heavy play that he has.
Depending,
right.
but yeah, I think going Spy, just attacking, and then having the Zaborg follow up next turn with your heavy, like,
Well,
not too bad.
not bad. I'm gonna see Gravity Bind. Would have tied the game at 38. Uh-oh. Fairy Lily comes down.
Interesting. In
Wait,
attack
can't
mode
attack.
while they can't attack. Do they forget about
Yeah,
swords?
can't attack here.
Perhaps
He
they
reminded
did.
him too. He reminded him a few seconds before he summoned too that a turn passed.
Could be a big bluff.
Could be. Two swords are out of the way. Now, Alvarado does have that other Zaborg in hand.
And heavy.
And the heavy. So...
You gotta just do it, right? Yeah.
I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Barrel does 14. So Cease is gonna do 1,000. That's 1,500 with the desserts. That's 2,000. 3,000 total, right?
So that's
Trio
2,000 plus 3,000, yeah.
3,000. Okay, we have 3 tokens on the board. So you sack here for Zaborg.
Summon Sorcerer, still wouldn't be game.
Still wouldn't be game. But Ring will be a draw if he does have the Sorcerer. No. Alright.
So a Panda could do it, a Burn Guard could do it.
Moment of truth. Oh, that's gonna...
That's
Is
not
this
game.
gonna be it?
It's not
It's
game.
not. If he has a monster to put next to it.
United we stand. That'll do it.
Wow. But that was a great game. That was a great match. Alvarado's gonna move on to 3-0.
Definitely
That Lily play,
great game.
Yeah. Delinquent noticing it now.
I don't think it made a difference though, right? Like you just Zaborg and kill the face down even if he set it instead.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess you could have held it in hand. And then he could have attacked. He could have, if he held it in hand, he could have attacked the Zaborg for game. And that would have been a 500 difference. It would have been 1,000 still, so that wouldn't have been game either.
And the Lily would have been turned off, right?
What would have been turned off?
He still would have been over 2,000 for the Lily had that occurred?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
the 500 for ceasefire makes the difference of it, like Alvarado's saying. So like no matter what, Alvarado would have had it.
Yeah.
So it's not like saving the Lily in hand would have been game by attacking the Zaborg and making. It was just a Trunade set anyway, right?
Yeah, it was the Trinade.
It wasn't even a burn card, so.
Play Mystic Walk, folks. It helps. All right. We have about half the matches are completed.
Let's do Dale versus Purple Drunk.
Dale and Purple Drunk, that's a good one.
Yep, they're in game 3.
Game 3, relatively early game state. Purple Drunk is on the play. We're going to see a flipped Golem Sentry to bounce the set card. Parental on Dale's side is going to be met with Solemn Judgment for Purple Drunk to resolve this Golem Sentry.
Which is interesting because this doesn't clear the board at all for Purple Drunk. So Dale will be able to just reset again this monster.
Yeah. And Breaker is walling the current board right now, so. And we're just gonna set one. What was in Dale's graveyard? Duo and Upstart.
I think Dale's very happy with that trade.
I would take it. Yeah, I would be too.
I mean, he's got to still deal with spies now, which is annoying, but he probably had like a Sangan set or something there, so.
Yeah.
Just gonna take the 200 here, and maybe snatch steal the Golem.
That, and also too, if he wants to resolve Golem again, it's gonna be left in attack mode. So interesting to see Purple Drunk response to this. And we don't want to bounce Breaker back either, so. Yep. So yeah, Scully, you were right. We're gonna see the snatch on
So,
the Golem Sentry, but
so
yeah.
Purple Drunk could have waited till Dale activated Golem Sentry's effect, and then he would have got the Golem back face down already.
Mm-hmm. Right, Geki break. Did he I kind of like. Did he pick up something off that Night Assailant discard? Was there another flip that he recovered? A little lag there. All right, so Sorcerer gonna be slammed down on Purple Drunk's side. In defense, we're gonna get rid of this Tribe Virus. Yeah, gonna go through a lot of spellcasters on the board too, so that virus was potent. And just another set card. Back over to Dale's side. This is game 3, round 3. Swiss. Both of these duelists are 2-0. Nobleman onto the face down. We're going to pick up another Sentry. And just set 1. So, Purple Drunk, yeah, has a clean +1 here to banish the Breaker. Yeah, and Purple Drunk's going to opt to get aggressive with these spies, but runs into a spy of Dale's own as well. So 4 spies and a sorcerer on the board. Oh, looks like a misclick there. He meant to set the deco. This over. This sorcerer is a huge threat. Can just pick off these spies one by one. And by accident, he knows that Purple Drunk has a face down deco. We're going to punch into the deco face down. Get rid of that. And follow up with a set monster. Go over to Purple Drunk to see how we can deal with this board here. Chaos is not live on either end. Dale missing a light. Both players missing lights, actually. So, I'm going to pick off another spy and slam this breaker. Looks like we're going to get aggro. And Dale's going to opt to book his spy. All right. Breaker into the face down. I'm going to pick up a deco on Dale's side. And yeah, we're just going to leave the spy face down.
Board advantage for purple, but card advantage pretty equal and Dale up in life points.
Oh, a late dust shoot. He had dust shoot here. After he sat.
Yeah, I think Dale could have argued that one if he wanted to.
Yeah, but yeah, just gonna let it resolve. And we're gonna put Deco back. Yeah, I think Purple Drunk was lagging, not his fault. He lagged out of the duel there. Alright. So we're gonna spin the Deco back, I think was the choice. So Sorcerer, Serpent, and a Wing Blast. What's left in Dale's hand. So I don't know. Not that strong. Has to draw into a... We'll love to see a Thunder Dragon. Just a pass. Back to Purple Drunk. Has the board presence and the knowledge now. Let's see how he decides to play it. So on the draw phase, Dale's going to spin back the Sork. And then Purple Drunk will draw that off the pot with one more card. Is I think what went through. Because I lagged on my side as well. Alright, so that was a really effective Wing Blast there. Made pot not as effective, I guess, if that's a thing. But yeah, drew into one dead card there. And we're gonna break on the main phase, and this is gonna open up for a lot of damage here. This will be 4,000. So now Purple Drunk's in the driver's seat. He knows that Dale has a dead Sork, a Serpent. So has at least knowledge of half. Big cross out here. Let's see if this is it. Yeah, this is going to be game. Purple Drunk's going to move on to 3-0. Yeah, awesome game there. Let's see how the rest of the bracket is looking.
Yeah, that one could have went either way. So we're gonna take a break, and then JDZ will be back for you guys to continue hosting this stream.
Nice.